Alright everybody, welcome back. Battle some more. That was quick and easy. Up against Titus. With a pretty decent hand. Icaria in opening hand's not optimal, but other than that, the hand's pretty picture perfect. Alright. Let's see what we're up against. Have a nice early game action here with Artisan into Quarry and a hammer to clear up some stuff. Quarry should help to find more power if we need to, or whatever else we could use. So this might be a mirror. Or just a burn queen. We'll see in a moment. Both seems fine. Burn queen with a slow draw or mirror, both works. Okay, looks like it's gonna be burn queen. Yep. Slow burn queen draw. Not gonna complain about that at all. And now we have everything fixed other than the third fire for Icaria. So that's also going well. And there's the fire that I'm talking about. And pass. Yeah, now we just need one more generic power to drop Icaria. And preferably some stuff to do before. A hammer alone might not be enough. It's getting torched is alright. Only problem with this is if he drops another unit, we can only kill one, not both, because the other one's gonna kill the hammer. Let's hope he has a champion in hand and just got punished for putting monuments in his deck. Which is greedy, especially if he is running like the already greedy power list with like 28 power and like 1,000,000 4 and 5 drops. People are just too overly scared of drawing an extra power in this game. Here's the champion. That Slay was a good draw, means we don't fold to Pending Doom. Or if he has a second torch, this champion. Now we have the 7 power we need Icaria. We just need to stay alive. And I assume he doesn't have Impending Doom, because I think otherwise he would have just played Impending Doom into the room. Maybe he has Soulfire Drake though. Yep. No, Crimson Fire more. Alright. I was about to say that's a bit annoying, but there's our answer, so no harm, no foul. The next turn we can Icaria on an empty board at 19 health. That should do the trick more often than not. Yep. There we go. Bit floody, but who cares on an empty board with an Icaria? Against a deck that's not well equipped for killing Icaria. So, now I would just like to not draw any unnecessary power. An 8-10 Maiden should do the trick against Burn Queen usually. They have 0 ways of dealing with this in the deck. That game is basically over. Even if he obliterates this, not gonna matter. Yep. Not sure why he obliterated Icaria, honestly, if he doesn't even have something to follow it up. Then it would make more sense to wait for like a Varus favor, drop the 7's power, and then just obliterate the Icaria. Okay, that was pretty quick and easy victory against Burn Queen. That puts us at 3-1. Time for the next opponent. Alright, on our next opponent. And this hand's a bit too clunky and awkward power-wise, so just redraw. That's not better. That's even a bit worse, basically. Looks like we might just have one of those games where we roll over and die. Or not. Maybe we can draw out of this. This was a huge step in the right direction, especially together with the fact that our opponent seems to be on Felon control, so we have all the time in the world and we have answers. Okay, let's see. Just draw some more power and might be fine. Bloodcaster, gonna slay that probably. Actually, I think I'll wait with slaying this. Because the thing is, like, the 2-5 right now doesn't really do anything meaningful. And I only want to kill it before it goes ultimate. Yes, with all the harsh rolls and being rude, I'm gonna alleviate the pressure, because damage actually matters against Felon, sort of, because the deck is capable of raising and pressuring and dealing damage reasonably well. Like, the deck has a pretty solid mid-range beatdown plan. So you cannot just take damage freely forever, because then you might get into a spot where you just get kind of beat down and can't recover. Please find power. That's a start. Justice. But that means we can play a Maiden. Probably gonna be immediately shut down. Ever removal building. I mean, I would normally like to kill this, but now that it ultimated, it's not that big of a deal. I'll play the Maiden first, and then we have the potential to still kill it and get a cudgel if the Maiden only gets permafrosted or not killed at all. Forgot to connect the headphone part of my headset. That also means you should hear the in-game sounds better now. There's a bloodcaster that we actually want to kill. I think I'm going to do that, because I really don't want him to ultimate again, because we want to take over the game now. And if he plays another threat here, we can just harsh roll. Now that we are finally set up. So yeah, now we only need one justice in the next 2 power that we draw to have everything fixed. That's a very decent harsh roll. And another Icaria. Not bad at all in this matchup, when we have enough harsh rolls to defend ourselves. Daisho is gonna be a bit awkward at 4-4, but it's okay. Okay, so the main question here is, do we vanquish or harsh roll? I think we have to harsh roll. With that ultimate is just a bit too scary. He has a second Vara, then congrats. But I don't think we can let him draw 2 cards just to play around a potential additional Vara when they often only play like Varas 3 and not 4. That is pretty great. And yeah, that's like the moment where we start winning the game. Now he can basically have whatever he wants, I don't care. Cannot lose it. Second Icaria. Twin sisters. Bam, bam. Yeah, game over. Hard knock life. Bye bye. Sometimes you draw bad and win anyway because your opponent plays a slow and sort of underpowered deck, in my opinion. Never been a fan of Feln. Has its niches, but I think it's never going to be a one. And if you want to play control, why not just play Chalice? Alright, enough about Feln. Time to face our last opponent at 4-1. Let's see if we can 5-1 this. Airport 21. Terrible opening hand. Snap redraw. That's a pretty good one. any opening hand with good colors, 3 to 4 power and a Quarry and an Artisan, basically. A sweet opening hand with this deck. There we go. Everything is going as planned. This is the last Justice, the third Justice, which means we also have our Icaria fixed. And we are playing a mirror match. Alright then. Let's see. A Quarry. Welcome. Have 5 power. I think I'd rather take the 6 power than a harsh roll in this matchup. Especially given that we have a Slay. If we wouldn't have a Slay, I would take the harsh roll to have an out against Tavrod. But yeah, we have an answer to Tavrod already. It's fine. Means that if he has a weapon, we can smash it back. Yep. Let's hope he doesn't have Torch. Looks like he has Torch. Awkward. We have Stash, so it's not that bad. Means he's get a bunch of buffs and damage till we get rid of this. Let's hope that doesn't snowball out of control too much. Especially because we basically have to kill this Maiden now and hope he doesn't have a Tavrod to follow it up. At least he doesn't have the second shadow, so he needs exactly the second shadow as 5th power to drop Tavrod. That makes it less likely that he has Tavrod. Also, can't say yet, but he might be on Buckwheat's bad power base. I think I don't want to stash yet. Because the stash is really weak. Getting back to Artisans and a sort of Icaria is not super impressive yet. I'm gonna do it next turn if I have no other play, but as long as I can do different things. Yeah, he's on Buckwheat's list and probably on the bad power base. So he might just have 1 or 2 Tavrods in play and it will take him quite some time till he can actually play it. Alright, get back some low impact cards. I mean, at least our weapon's gonna be super big. Because that means 3, 4, 5. They're all gonna have +5 and then sort of Icaria buff for every unit and weapon we draw. That should put us in a good spot. See? Told you. He has the Tavrod and just in time, our answer. I think instead of dropping another one, I'll just go for sort of Icaria. Because of harsh rules. Don't want to give him all 3 artisans for free in the harsh rules. Give him the two ones, and if he wants to harsh roll, then I'll drop the next one. Especially because playing sort of Icaria instead of an Artisan basically does the same, because either way the next weapon we draw is gonna have +1 either from Artisan or weapon, so as long as we can't play both, that's a pretty good plan. I think I'm gonna like hold back on the hammer for now. Play it a bit conservative, not too aggressive, simply because we are light on resources and we just want to make sure that we get there. This is a good answer to Icaria and Tavrod. Or to his Runehammer. That's the other thing, having a weapon to kill his weapon is pretty big. If we would have wasted our weapon here, we would have just killed it and then we would have faced his 7-4 weapon. What the fuck? Main deck ruin, really? That's ridiculous. Might just lose now. What the fuck? Somebody is like over preparing for the mirror basically. I mean, you could just play Furnace Mage, because that at least makes sense. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Freaking like main deck ruin, that's so bad. Like even if you play a lot of mirrors, just play Furnace Mage. Absurd. Okay, well, I mean a 4-2 is still good. Getting blown out by main deck ruin in the mirror is not really what happens usually, so that was a bit awkward. But yeah, otherwise we were doing really well in this game, just flooding out a bit. Alright, that's it for the first deck tech after the release of the Tale of Horus Traver with the mighty new Tavrod Auric Broker. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Deck made it to rank 1, so give it a try if you enjoy Armory mirrors, because you're gonna see a fair share of those at the moment. And thanks for watching. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like down below. And if you want to see more in the future, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. And check out the description for more details like importable decklist, social media info, donation link to support the content financially, and so on. And as usual, I want to remind you real quick, there are ads at the beginning and end of each of my videos. I never want to put any ad breaks in the middle of videos, because that's kind of annoying and awkward and I would hate it, so I don't expose my viewers to that either. But if you want to support me, please turn off your ad blocks. Consider checking out those ads at the beginning and end. It doesn't hurt and it helps me keep the content flowing. So thanks everybody. See ya next time. I'm out. Bye.